So going out on a hike, this one's 17.26 kilometres, starting off at Rivington Barn, then making our way along Rivington Lane, past the reservoirs, so we'll be going past Upper Rivington Reservoir, Yarrow Reservoir, and then all the way past Anglezarke Reservoir, White Coppice, then going past the Joe Fell Runners Memorial, then Limestone Brook, over the moors, little section of Rivington Road, and then back onto the trails. We'll be going past the Pigeon Tower and then dropping down through the terrace gardens back to the car park. Okay, let's do it. If you're local to this area, you'll know where I am. Sheep House Lane, or you could be from far away and have participated in the Bolton Ironman at some point. It having rained as much as it has, there's a problem, so I'm going to have to shimmy along this fence. Starting out on trails and paths, and we are making our way over to Anglezarke Reservoir. So over there in the distance we have Upper Rivington Reservoir. Up here is Yarrow Reservoir, and then we will continue and make our way to Anglezarke Reservoir. And now back on the road for a little bit, and there is Anglezarke Reservoir. Most of us round here have swam in that when we were kids. Of course, I'm not encouraging people to do that. Don't be swimming in the reservoirs. There is signs up, no swimming, and there's algae. So yeah, don't be swimming in the reservoirs, kids. Okay, so United Utilities are telling us that people entering this access road in adverse weather conditions do so at their own risk. Okay, so still working my way around the back of Anglezarke Reservoir. If you do plan to come round here and walk any of these routes around Rivington, you need to get here early, because car parking is limited and it fills up quick, especially in summer. It gets really busy up here. A rat with a bushy tail. So still near Anglezarke Reservoir, and apart from having to shimmy along that fence back there, ground conditions haven't been too bad so far. I was expecting it to be a lot worse than it is, the amount of rain it's put down these last few days, but so far so good. Right up at the top now of Anglezarke Reservoir, so that's that. We've passed that. Been all woodland trail, and like I said, ground conditions haven't been as bad as I expected. It's all woodland trail now. Check the route. All good. Okay, so bit of a climb now. Public footpath to Belmont Road and Brinscoe. Okay. So a short, bit of a steep climb, but fortunately ground conditions are good. Now it's pretty windy today. We've got a storm. It's forecast really high winds, and so far along the route I've been sheltered from the winds by these hills. but now this bit of a climb is going to take me out of that shelter, so I'm expecting it to get quite windy. So passing what was, I think, at one time a quarry. Nice views over Bolton. The old television mast over there. I was about 30-40 foot away from that thing last week and still couldn't see it. It was that foggy, but a lot clearer conditions today. Ground conditions still pretty good. So I take us up Brinskull moor. The wind has picked up now. I'm not sheltered by the hills, but still good conditions. Okay, so up until this point, the compass on the Garmin has been pointing me in the right direction along the trail or the route I want to go. And now, all of a sudden, for some reason, it's pointing in completely the opposite direction. So I am where I am. Last time I was out with this unit with a compass that's doing whatever it wants. It's a beautiful, clear day. You can see for miles. I think that's Manchester city centre over there in the distance. Not sure what that is. Anyway, so Ramblers Association, Thomas Lockerbie Footpath Fund, and I think going this way. Yes. Oh, the compass is pointing back in the right direction. Okay, let's go. Okay, so we're at the Lost Farms, Drinkwaters. There was once 50 farms in this landscape. Now these traditional stone longhouses built in the 1800s and 1700s are mostly just low piles of stone. So someone's house at one time. In fact, it was Peter Mayer's house. There he is. Bit of a bench over there. You could sit up here, have a rest, admire the views. Don't like the look of that sky, going a bit overcast. I think we're going to get a bit of rain and the wind's picking up, but I was expecting that because I'm out of the shelter now. I was sheltered by those hills, but now I'm on top of them. I'm going to be exposed. I'm also thinking this is where it's going to start getting a bit boggy underfoot. Check the route. All good. It has got pretty windy now because I'm now on top of the hills that were sheltering me. Imagine what it was like for old Pete and them up here in the 17 and 1800s. No gas, no mains electricity. Ooh. Up here in winter, in the snow, living in your little stone cottage. Oh. Television mast. Beautiful day. Beautiful day, and it's a good route. The wind's really strong up here, but if you do this route there is a bit of a seating area there, a bit of shelter. And if I'm not mistaken, in the distance is the tower. Over there will be Blackburn, Darwin. Yeah. Garrett on the moors, but we do have a path to go along, so that's good. I'm dropping off the tops now, so I will be sheltered from the wind. Couple there out on a run. I do it in summer, or when the weather was a bit nicer than it is now and it wasn't as wet underfoot. But anyway, this section of the route, all of it is past. But where it has been raining and the storms have sunken down over the years, do come across the occasional big puddle and have to walk round. But other than that, conditions underfoot still good. Heading over towards the mast now. Check of the Garmin, all good, and the compass is still pointing me in the right direction, so that's good. So I've had to come off the path a little bit and get around that bit there, but it's to be expected. The rain and whatnot we've had round here lately. Okay, still on course. Imagine having to lay all this. The people who put all this down. That'd be going back to a time in this country where we could actually get something done. Where we actually did some work and could build things on time. Okay, so this part of the route, we're now heading towards Rivington Road, which is there. Down Rivington Road a little bit and then back off onto the trails. So at the back of Winter Hill. has been a little, even though there has been paths and trails along most of it, it has been a little boggy in places, but that's to be expected. Still a good walk, and I'm enjoying this route so far. So that there is Rivington Road. Seen a couple of people on bikes, lad on a Ripple, which is the bike I ride. Do be careful if you're walking this route and you're on that road. People use it as a racetrack. The sound that announces the arrival of a colossal knuckle scraper, and then 2 idiots went flying past me. Okay, so back off the road, back on to the trail. I've got a little friend. This bird's been following me along for quite a while, but unfortunately I've nothing to give it. Anyway, on the last third, I think, of the route now, on my least favourite kind of terrain. Wind's picked up quite a bit. There's a cold wind now. Still a good day for it. Okay, over 3.5 hours in now. Still on my favourite terrain. Just in the distance, just disappearing out of view. I think that's the Pigeon Tower. Conditions have changed somewhat. That wind is a bit cold, but I'm okay. I'm warm, I'm dry, getting a bit hungry, but if I can find a bit of shelter, I'll have something to eat. So now we're approaching Winter Hill. And that there is the Pigeon Tower. So if you know this area, you'll know where I am. If you don't, we're now approaching the top of the terrace gardens, and then we'll start making our way back down through them, back to where we started. Okay, so back down through the terrace gardens. There is a coffee shop just up there, so there is somewhere to get some refreshments towards the end of the route. I didn't want to film up there because there are people. So back down through the terrace gardens, and then we're done. But yeah, it's been a good walk. I've enjoyed myself. Didn't know what to do when I got up this morning. Go to the gym and go on the treadmill, or come up here for a walk. But I've definitely made the right decision coming up here. So this is the Japanese garden entrance. And I've no doubt that At one time it was probably absolutely stunning up here, but like everything else in the UK, it started to decay. Okay, so this is it, the home stretch. Good walk that, good route, enjoyed that. Glad I came up here instead of going to the gym and getting on the treadmill. Did bring some food with me, but didn't feel hungry. Had a couple of bananas and a flapjack, that's enough. So I've got this route. If you want me to send it to you or get it to you somewhere, let me know in the comments and I'll find a way of getting it to you. But that's that. If you are going to do this route, hope you enjoy yourself. And that's it. Done. Okay, I've just got back to the car and it looks like the black widows are here.